some other meaty stuff. That would be fun. I would love to.
Sounds good.
I will contact you in the next day or two, or I'll actually have Linda contact you and get you set up, and we'll bring you on earlier. And if it's okay with you, we'll go for like 90 minutes, and we'll start at the beginning of the show, and we'll make it a little bit more interesting. Hey, I want to thank you for coming on. I want you to have a great weekend, and better than all, I want you to have a great Christmas.
Thank you. You do the same. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah. You're a great guest. And you have a great one. You take care.
Bye-bye.
Fun. Bye-bye.
Well, James, I'll tell you what. We got about a half an hour to go. The night is going by so freaking fast.
I'm telling you, it is. And, hey, we was fortunate tonight, even though there was a little snafu early, we still had two great guests with great information.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to go on break. We'll be back here in about 3 minutes. You're listening to James Christbaum, me, Gary, and you're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark.
What we are asking for from the government is full disclosure. We know what we're seeing, and there are too many of them. We're not going to.
As I gaze upon the annals of time, one thing that comes through: we are not alone in this universe. It's a thought that rings true. Ancient cave dwellers drew spacecraft on the walls. It's a recurring theme. I've seen the same thing while walking late at night, and I know it's not a dream.
From Maelstrom to Manhattan, Boston to LA, there are people asking questions and they will not go away. But what has been seen might not be what it seems. The government's shadows dance in the sea.
If you tell the truth, they will ridicule everything you say and do. It's all part of a deception. It's a puppet master's tool. And I've seen those craft shut down the silos from 10 miles away. And there ain't nothing that the Pentagon can do. They can't make them go away.
From Maelstrom to Manhattan, Boston to LA, there are people asking questions and they will not go away. But what has been seen might not be what it seems. The government's shadows dance in the sea. From Maelstrom to Manhattan, New York to LA, you can't get the picture if they're pale or they're gray. But what we have seen might not be what it seems when the government's shadows dance in the sea.
Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark wants to give a big shout out to all the truckers that listen to our show.
If you would like to hear Night Dreams Talk Radio on your local radio station, let them know. Tell them to check out www.nightdreamstalkradio.com, and thank you.
You're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark with our host, Gary Anderson.
And that is me. Boy, tonight, well, was a surprise. A lot of malfunctions at the start of the show, but after that, it got really, really good.
It did. We adapted, overcame, and we had two really, really good, great guests. And it was very entertaining and informative, too.
Now, do you got a couple more news stories while I take a 2-minute break here that you can talk about?
Oh, I'm sure I can rustle some good stuff up here. I've always got stuff on standby, Gary. You know that.
Okay, well, I'm giving you the mic here for the next couple minutes.
Okay, let's see where we're at here. These are reports that have been coming in, again, from all over the country. Here's one. I had an encounter with a bird-like creature, but I know it wasn't a bird. It looked to be a flying person. Now, I know it sounds weird and crazy, but I know what I saw. Well, here's the whole story. My older sister and her husband were taking me, my little sister, and my mom, and my two nieces to eat at a restaurant. Well, as we were driving on the I-75 out of nowhere, through the windshield, I see a person with wings fly over our car. It went over 2 times back and forth. I got a good look. It looked like a person with wings, but then again, it also looked like a pterodactyl. My brother-in-law also saw it and agreed with me. He says it was not a bird. Well, that was my encounter with the creature. My nephew also witnessed a person-like creature. He was walking to his girlfriend's house late at night, and by her neighbor's house there were some trees. Now, he said he saw a person figure standing in the trees looking at him. He asked his girlfriend if she also saw it, and she said that it's always there. He then started to walk closer to get a better view of it when the creature jumped off the tree and onto his girlfriend's neighbor's fence, causing it to make rattling noise. The dog started barking, and then the creature flew off in front of his eyes. It then ran into his girlfriend's house, scared it would come back, but it didn't. My nephew's encounter happened in Florida a couple of days before my encounter happened. We have no clue as to what it is or why it would be following us. It is very mind-blowing, to say the least. Also, I saw a creature just like this in Colorado. It was the color of a raven or a crow, was crouched down on my roof and was like a chameleon. It blended in with the night sky. It had clawed feet like a bird, was black, with black wings and a white human face with bat-like ears. I did not see it at first because it blended in with the night sky. I was on my back porch looking up at the moon shining through the trees. Suddenly, it was like as if someone put their head in my line of view. So not thinking, I said, "Could you move your head? You are blocking my view." It moved its head, and that's when I could really see it clearly. It was really quite beautiful. I got no feeling of harm or like it would attack me. My son's girlfriend left shortly after to pick up my son from work, and it was standing in front of her car. Now, that's just a few reports of these pterodactyl wing-type humanoid creatures, and they seem to be coming in from all over the place. So I don't know what is going on with that, and more even coming in, Gary.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It's interesting. How many hours a day do you look for all this stuff?
Listen, I've been an investigator, researcher from way back when I was a 14, 15-year-old, a long time ago. So, and I have a lot of contacts out, and I've got a lot of flyers all over the place. So I've got calls today. People call me with reports of cryptids and sightings of UFOs and all kinds of stuff. And when I get them, I report them. Now, those come from my buddy Lon Strickler, the last 3 I just read. And he's been getting, my goodness, the O'Hare Chicago Airport area, like I reported the other night, they've got 6 reports in over a 48-hour period. And I have reported so many cryptid sightings over the last month from that area that there's something going on there.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just there. It's all over the country. I mean, these cryptic reports, are really expanding. But what I don't see is these reports on Bigfoot expanding. It's not. Well,
that's what I've noticed. You're absolutely correct. The cryptid seems like recent, within the last 2-3 months, the cryptid reports of non-Bigfoot has really amped up. Where, like you just touched on, the Bigfoot reports, they've really gone down. Like I don't hardly get any of those like I do used to.
No, it's strange. Listening to some other shows, I think we're covering the UFO scene more than any other show that is on the internet and on radio stations. I mean, we're on 5 nights a week now, 4 hours a night. And, 3 out of the nights out of the week or 4 nights out of the week, we cover something, about UFOs or aliens or something.
We do. I mean, we've had, look at the guests we've had, Jim Pendleton, Terry Lovelace, Whitley Strieber, Jeff Krause. We've had a lot of abductees. We've had a lot of people in MUFON, and they have firsthand accounts of their accounts of events they've been through, and from the investigators from what they've investigated. And there's a lot of good information that we have learned and they've shared.
Yeah, and Earl Grey is going to be coming back on. And you know what? He's with MUFON and, a friend of Jeff that was on here tonight. And by the way, a shout out to Earl Grey. I really like his song, Seventh Sister. I mean, that is a fantastic song.
I love that song. I told Earl that the other day on the phone. I said, man, I love that song. I got to get that song. I just love it.
Well, you know how many people will email me in the course of the week want to know where they can purchase it. And I try to tell Earl, I said, people want to buy that song. You need to put it up on a link where you can, sell it. Because, I mean, it is one, it just flows nice. I mean, it's just a good song.
I'm telling you, I'm going to tell Earl here the next couple of days, if I don't get that song, I'm going to make him and his band come here and play it live.
Oh, yeah, he can actually come into my studio and play it live. How's that? Now, also, Metatron Power and Light, they have some fantastic songs, all in the paranormal, UFOs and strange events, shape-shifting, all this stuff. Tom is the go-between between me and the band. I want to thank him so much. He's also a big listener to the show. Big shout-out. He's another one. It also, besides the station manager, the word you used the other day, bull crap. He noticed it too. You said it twice. I am just saying, I said it tonight about 4 times. I apologize if anybody from the FCC is listening. I want you to have a great weekend, and it's a bunch of bull crap if you think I said anything bad.
I just got to give a shout out to Tom and Metatron. I love their songs too. That the other song with the woman singing, that is a great tune, and I share that song every once in a while throughout my groups and stuff too.
You can't do that.
Oh, when you tell me to. That one's our bumper song.
Oh, well, we can't do that.
Oh, okay.
It can only be played, on the show.
Okay. Well, you told me to share that one day, so I did. But
okay.
Anyway,
well, I don't. I got Alzheimer's. I don't remember. I take the Fifth Amendment if I did. Who are you again?
I don't know. There's a word for it, but I'm not allowed to say it.
Is it a 2-word?
Yeah, it is compound word.
Does it start with a D and start with a H for the second part?
In some interpretation.
Danny Holiday. I used to listen and go down to the radio station when you used to be at KOL when I was like 13 years old. He's the one that got me tuned into radio. So anytime I hear D and H, I know exactly what that means. Danny Holiday.
You're a wise old man.
Yeah.
Or a young man. Young man, I should say. You're only 50, 51, 52?
Well, I'm gonna go 46. That's my waist size.
Okay. Well, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, I'm 46.
But hey,
you want to buy some property in Brooklyn?
No, I
you want to buy Trump Towers? I'll make you a deal.
I got that from you the week before. But the second guest night...
Yeah, you haven't mailed me your check?
No, it's in the mail.
Okay.
Come on, you know it's in the mail. But the second guest, she was good, and I look forward to some other stuff she might have to tell.
And her name again?
Her name is Constance Briggs. Is it Briggs? I
think
it was.
Yes. And I tell you what, she's a fantastic guest, so we need to get her on as the first guest next time we have her scheduled in January. I mean, she's a walking encyclopedia about the moon, and we can really get into a lot more stuff with her.
Well, what makes her good, she's kind of like us. She's vast coverage of knowledge of all subjects, covering probably all paranormal and conspiracy kind of theories. And that's good when you get a guest like